Greetings, class of 2022, and welcome to the very last presentation you'll hear from the counseling department about course selection for next year. We are super excited to get started with the process of selecting classes for your senior year. As a reminder, the counseling staff is here to support you in this and a whole host of other tasks. If you have questions about course selection, you are welcome to email your counselor, sign up for their office hours, and let us know that you'd like some help. Also, don't forget that your teachers for this year's classes are far and away your best resources for choosing classes. Not only do they know you and your academic skills, but they also know the sequence in their own department super well. So those are great resources to take advantage of. We talk about this every year, and that's because it's important. We want you to keep your eyes on the prize in terms of creating a healthy, balanced schedule for yourself. So keep the big picture in mind. Remember that you're not just a student. You are a human being, a friend, perhaps you're an athlete or a musician or a thespian. You're a maker or a programmer, a scout. Perhaps you are an employee, and certainly you are a person who deserves time and space to rest, recharge your batteries, and enjoy what we hope is going to be a great senior year. So when you're choosing your classes, remember, you don't have to take every AP and honors class we offer. Maximize your strengths, follow your passions, choose things that you want to spend time on, and maybe choose more user-friendly options in things that aren't your bag. Consider all of your commitments. So remember, not only are you doing school, but probably for a lot of you, next fall, you're going to be busy applying to college. Maybe you are responsible for helping your family at home, participating on a sports team. Maybe you're going to be part of the fall play next year. Or maybe you want to leave some time to play your favorite video game. All of that is okay. And of course, you need to leave time for enough sleep that you can stay healthy and happy. We encourage you to use the time management worksheet so that you can map out your schedule and look at how many hours in the week you have, how many hours in the week your classes and your other commitments take, in order to choose a schedule that's going to let you have the best senior year possible. The required courses that every senior must take in order to graduate from Mountain View High School include a senior year English option and then a senior year social studies option. We'll be talking about those in a few minutes, but please keep in mind those are essentials. You cannot leave Mountain View High School without those. Your counselors recommend that you take mathematics all 4 years. So depending on where you are now, that drives what you might choose next year. So for students who are taking some sort of Algebra 2 this year, that means some sort of trig next year. If you're in a trig class this year, that means likely calculus of some sort or statistics. And then of course, if you're already in calculus, that might mean additional calculus or some statistics. Regardless of what you choose in math, you're typically looking at about 30 to 45 minutes of homework per night, 4 nights per week. Now, we sometimes get questions about what sorts of differences there are between some of our math options. If you were going to enroll in regular calculus, you would spend some time reviewing trig topics first before moving into the topics in Calculus A and then Calculus B. If you're going to take Calculus AB AP, That's the equivalent of Calc 1A and 1B in college. So those are the first two steps in the college calculus sequence. If you take Calculus BCAP, that corresponds to Calc 1B and 1C in college. And if you were going to take multivariable calc honors, which comes after Calc 1B and 1C, not only are you going to do some calculus, so you're going to close out the calculus sequence, including Calc D, and then you'll move on to linear algebra. Multivariable calc honors is taught in partnership with Foothill College, and so that course will follow their calendar. If you're contemplating statistics, our regular statistics class is an introductory overview to statistics in general. And then statistics AP is the equivalent of a college level statistics course. So regardless of what you're choosing next year, we do encourage you to take math for all 4 years in high school. Likewise, we encourage MVHS seniors to consider a science option. We love for you to take 4 years of science if you have space for it, because there are so many great choices. Remember that most colleges require 2 and recommend a third. And for Mountain View High School, you have in all likelihood already fulfilled your grad requirement because it is only 2 years. Now, there's a bunch of great options in physics, and you can see it's a whole range of choices in terms of recommended things that you would have completed beforehand. So for example, if you wanted to take the college preparatory physics class, you would have completed biology and chemistry and have either already completed Algebra 2 or be in Algebra 2 concurrently while you're taking it. If you're interested in AP Physics 1, it's a little bit more math-based, so that's going to require concurrent or past experience in trig. And then for AP Physics C, mechanics, and then E&M, electricity and magnetism, that's going to require concurrent or previous enrollment in some sort of calculus. And then they strongly recommend that you have taken AP Physics 1 before enrolling. A big difference in terms of how you sign up for AP Physics C, those are actually 2 semester courses, so you do need to select E&M and then mechanics separately. If you're thinking about physics, we encourage you to think about your math level, and then we also encourage you to think about how much time you want to devote to this endeavor, because there are some pretty significant differences in terms of workload. Now, there's even more great science options out there. If you are passionate about learning more chemistry or biology and you've taken bio honors or chem honors, Chem AP and Bio AP are both great options. If you are interested in understanding the human body, perhaps you're thinking about a career in a medical field of some sort, anatomy and physiology is a great choice. In that class, you would need to have completed chem and bio first. And then AP environmental science, likewise, you would have completed chem and bio first. It's a great option for those of you who are looking to understand science in the world as it's unfolding, whether that's energy conservation, global warming, climate change, and so on and so forth. So again, we encourage you to choose a science course, and we encourage you to have a conversation with your teacher about what one might be best for you. English. There are 3 options available to seniors: literature, culture, and society, philosophy and literature, and then AP literature. And your English teachers will have talked to you about what each one entails in more detail, but they're all super great options that will fulfill that requirement. No matter what course you choose, you will write a senior thesis. The big difference is here, the regular college preparatory courses do have slightly less homework and time demand than AP Lit. So we encourage you to talk to your English teachers and really listen in about what option might be best for you. Social studies is another department that you have to complete these courses in order to graduate. Every senior has to do 1 semester of economics and 1 semester of American government and politics. So that could be one of 2 courses, either regular civics and econ or AP government and AP macroeconomics. And you can see there's slight differences in workload as well as the amount of homework it would take on any given night. And these are really, really great, really important classes that help you be ready for life as an adult and to participate in our democratic society. Electives. Now, this is what many of you have been waiting for. Perhaps you've had your eye on a course, but you haven't had time to squeeze it into your schedule before now. That's one of the magical things about senior year for most students. So in social science, you could choose AP Psychology or Social Justice. Social Justice is only a semester. If you are in a world language class now, perhaps you want to continue working toward that 4th or 5th level with your eye on the seal of biliteracy for California. Or perhaps you've maxed out in one language and you want to try a new one. There are a number of great choices in the Fine and Performing Arts department. As a reminder, if you have not yet fulfilled your visual and performing art requirement for college, and there is 1 year required for that, this is something you'll want to be adding to your schedule. A couple of courses that students sometimes don't know are fine art classes. Stagecraft, which is behind the scenes in the theater, does count as a fine art, as does publication design. So that's our school yearbook, and it's a great opportunity for you not only to get that credit, but also to control what your senior year yearbook is going to look like. And then broadcasting is another course that students sometimes don't realize is a fine art. So if you are interested in broadcast journalism and being part of the daily announcements, that is a good option for you to pursue. In the computer science and technology department, there's a whole host of choices ranging from engineering to architectural design, another UC-approved fine art, as well as so many great computer science options. And then if you've taken several classes in this domain, you might consider our Innovative Design Capstone class, which enables you to take all the skills that you've learned and turn them into a real-life project that you design and then produce. It's hard to believe, but yes, there are more great choices you can consider. In the math department, there is financial math, which is super great for those of you who are interested in the applications of math, whether that's understanding the stock market, learning about how loans work, figuring out how to make a budget that you can stick to, and so forth. And then other super good options that you might want to try out: Intro to Journalism and Journalism, Rally, Student Government, ASB Activities, Ambassadors, Sports Medicine, which is taught in conjunction with our partners at Foothill College, and then the year-long Health and Wellness class. Speaking of health and wellness, now is a great time to rack your brain and remember if you've already completed your health requirement. You can check on areas under your graduation status. If you haven't selected health before, now is the time. It is another course that you can't leave Mountain View High School without. If you don't want to take it on campus next year, there will be information this spring from the counseling department about how you can sign up for it this summer. Still need PE. While many of you have probably fulfilled your PE requirement already, there is a possibility that you might be missing a semester. So there are some great options in our PE department, including total fitness, team sports, and intermediate weight training. So these are all great classes with slightly different focus or foci, so you can choose the one that sounds most appealing to you. Note that you can also take one of our dance courses, and then of course you can also fulfill your requirements through Rally and athletics. So if you are an athlete, please don't forget to sign up for your sports during the registration process. We've also got a couple of specialty programs, some of which you might be familiar with and some of which might be new to you. For freestyle, of course, if you're in freestyle and want to continue, that's wonderful, but perhaps you are thinking about freestyle for the first time. They do typically have openings for seniors, and there are great options in animation, design, and film. And freestyle is a wonderful way to build a creative portfolio and really see how interconnected school can be. Applications are available on their website, and those are due by the 12th of February, and that should say 2021. Now, Foothill Middle College is another great option for those of you who might want to get a jump start on college coursework, but still be in a cohort of MVLA and then Palo Alto Unified High School District. They will be hosting an informational presentation soon and will be getting information out to you. They do require an application, and more information about Foothill Middle College can be found on their website. And our last specialty program is College Now. So College Now is for students who are super independent and who are ready to get a jump start on college class without having to be in a high school cohort. You can take a maximum of 11.5 college units a quarter. If this sounds interesting and you'd like to learn more information, you can contact their director, Gary McHenry, or visit their website for more details. The steps for choosing classes. So the course request window on your Aries account is open from January 25th through February 12th. And February 12th is the day before we go on February break. Once you sign up for your classes, the next step is you receiving a letter listing the courses that you requested in April. This is your last chance to change your course requests for senior year. Final schedules will be available at orientation in the fall, and as was consistent with this year, last year, and the year before, counselors are not able to make schedule changes in the fall, so we can only consider schedule corrections due to errors. The point here is pick your classes wisely now because you cannot change them later. So again, we encourage you to take the time to consult with your teachers, consult with your friends, consult with your family, consult with your counselors so that you get the senior schedule that makes you happy, excited, and fulfilled. So, I know you've done this before, but just in case you need a refresher, when you are in your Aries account, you will go to the Student Info tab and select Course Request Entry. And you will simply search course by course, discipline by discipline. You can also look by course number on your course selection worksheet if that makes your life easier. So definitely be careful to cross-check and make sure you haven't missed anything. But don't worry, your counselors will be doing this to make sure no one overlooks important requirements, whether that's your English class, your social studies class, or perhaps a sport that you need to sign up for. So we encourage you to take the time to review your course selection worksheet, your time management worksheet, and then the workload estimates Mountain View High School has provided you to sit down and do this with your family. If you have questions and you ask your teacher and you're still on the fence or you need more information or advice, feel free to email your counselor or visit us during designated office hour times. And then enter your course requests on Aries under that course request entry screen. One final point, which is super confusing, we agree, there is no submit button. So once your courses appear on the list, which is on the left-hand side in a blue box, you are finished. So there is no button that you have to push in order for things to be submitted. And again, don't forget your sports. Those are something we know that students do often forget to include. And we hope that this has been a helpful presentation and that it gives you some more information to select the very best senior year schedule you possibly can. We miss you. We hope you are doing well, and we can't wait to see you on campus as soon as it is safe. So thank you so much for viewing our presentation and for listening, and have a wonderful day.